Puts an end to talks of Canelo Alvarez versus Floyd Mayweather 2. Says it's really impossible. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, the Cash app, and the Patreon family. We working. TMZ, I got an interview with Oscar De La Hoya, and you guys see the title right here. Oscar De La Hoya slams door on Floyd Mayweather Canelo rematch. Quote, "It is impossible." There's De La Hoya right there. Says Floyd Mayweather and Canelo Alvarez's $1 billion rematch ain't happening. Not now, not ever. So says the Mexican superstar's promoter, Oscar De La Hoya. Remember, the boxing legends fought in 2013. Canelo, who was only 22 years old at the time, was easily handled by Floyd, losing a majority decision. Really should have been a unanimous decision, but dumbass CJ Ross cooked up a card. Continuing, it says the two have been talking trash to each other publicly ever since. Canelo mocked Floyd fighting Conor McGregor. Floyd went after Canelo for his positive PED test in 2018. For a second, it started to feel like they were seriously building towards a rematch. In fact, just last year, De La Hoya told us the rematch would be the biggest event in boxing history, easily a 1.5 billion event. But things have changed now. Oscar seems to be slamming the door on getting the superstars back in the ring. Quote, "I think the weight is just too much now," Oscar tells us. Quote, "Canelo can't make 154. He fought at 175 pounds. It's impossible." Obviously referring to the Kovalev fight. Oscar is pointing out Alvarez has gone up in weight since the Mayweather fight. He weighed in at 152 when he fought Floyd. Canelo bulked up to 175 to take on Sergey Kovalev in November, and he doesn't plan on cutting down anytime soon. Bottom line, Canelo versus Floyd 2 ain't happening. Quote, "Unless Floyd Mayweather can get to 168. Don't hold your breath." Now, I am so glad that Oscar De La Hoya said this. So now old media and all the man fans can stop talking about it. This fight is dead. Nobody is talking about it. First of all, another thing is propaganda, because the way Floyd beat Canelo, there's really no need for a rematch. He won decisively. He won every round. You know, there's really no reason for him to even be rematching Canelo. But yet and still, old media, out of pure desperation, they want to see Floyd lose. They want to see him at a disadvantage. And I'm not saying Floyd would lose, because in my opinion, I think Floyd would beat Canelo, you know, if they fought at a reasonable weight. The only advantage that people want to give Canelo is youth and a crazy weight advantage. They want Floyd to go up to 175 and risk it all. You know, it just makes no sense. So I'm glad De La Hoya said that, cleared the air. Floyd, for right now, is retired. He says he's unretiring this year, but I'm pretty sure he has whatever lined up. The other thing is, so much has changed, not just the weight. You have to look at networks and stuff. You know, they're no longer aligned with the same people. Floyd was willing to work with Golden Boy back then. Richard Schaefer was with Golden Boy way back in 2013. That has since fizzled. Floyd Mayweather is his own boss, you know, still part of the Heyman team, Mayweather team, TMT, Mayweather Promotions. Canelo is tied up to DAZN. Why would Floyd fight on DAZN app? You know, he's a boss, he dictates, and he ain't never fought on the app before. So he can get money on pay-per-view. Like, it just, what DAZN is doing is still, you know, it doesn't look like the wave, because streaming is the future for, like, in general. Everything's kind of headed to digital media. Shout out to Digital Mob, New Media. But at the end of the day, you still need linear networks. And Floyd, he likes to spend, and pay-per-view is still where it's at. That's where Floyd currently can still make the most money and make it make sense for all people involved. Fox, Showtime, PBC, etc. Not on DAZN. because they would just be fronting out the cash and lump sum to have Canelo. Floyd is not going to go for the okie doke. Floyd needs his bread. He needs his bag. And that's it. He's not going to be dictated to and give a flat fee. If anything, he try to give Pacquiao a flat fee. You know, if anything, he'll try to give someone else a flat fee. He's not going to let John Skipper or somebody dictate to him and have a meeting. It doesn't even sound likely. But I'm glad De La Hoya said that, cleared the air, put an end to all the desperate fans who just want to see Floyd lose or be at some kind of deficit, because they know Floyd is smaller. And in the meantime, in between time, Canelo has fought in multiple divisions, went up to 160, didn't fight Charlo, didn't fight Andrade, left the division, fought Rocky Fielding, came back down for Jacobs, started off well but tapered off at the end where he didn't look so great, fatigued. Then later, you know, he moves up and fights Kovalev at 175. It don't even make sense, you know. And I'm glad De La Hoya put a stop to it. TMZ be asking some many-ass questions because they don't really know boxing. They're just out here trying to, you know, get clicks and views. So, you know, can't knock the hustle, but it is what it is. Floyd says he's coming out of retirement, but it's not for Canelo. There's no reason for that fight to even happen based on the weight switch. Like, if it happens, let's see it happen on Floyd's preferred network. And let's see it happen at 154. You know, who cares what De La Hoya is saying about Canelo can't make the weight? Oh, well, look like Christian Bale and the Machinist then, you know, because you are the B-side. Period. And that's the funny thing. Old media is so desperate because new media came in, kicked down the buildings like Snoop and DPG, kicked down the buildings, and they just desperately try to find ways to make Floyd lose and, you know, pin the tail on the donkey, ostracize black fighters and stuff like that. They always want Canelo to fight older guys that are handicapped, guys with broken legs, guys coming off bad performances, guys moving up in weight. But what about Demetrius Andrade, who's aligned with DAZN? What about Charlo? As I told you, the walls are closing in. Floyd beat Canelo handily. He would still be the A side. So if the fight happens, let it happen at 154. And you'll see a massacre because, like De La Hoya is saying, Canelo can't comfortably make that weight. So he's going to look horrible, bro. He's going to feel tired. Floyd will pick him apart at 154 at this particular point. If you don't believe me, make the fight. Floyd holds the cards, though. So glad that came to an end. You know, now we have concrete, definitive proof that the fight's not happening, so the desperate fans can now start looking at the more realistic fights for Canelo to fight, like Charlo, like Andrade, like David Benavidez, like Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez. Why does Canelo want to fight on all the Mexican dates, so to speak, but he don't want to fight a Mexican or Mexican-American opponent? What part of the game is that? Julio Cesar Chavez fought a Mexican-American in De La Hoya twice. Why doesn't Canelo fight David Benavidez, Zurdo Ramirez on a Mexican date? Why are they talking about Canelo fighting on a Sunday? I got a video coming in Japan, so it, you know, benefits prime time for America. I mean, this whole DAZN venture looks like it's coming to an end, so to speak. You know, it's just, I don't see how you're gonna win with this. And then now Floyd's out of the equation for Canelo. You know, he just doesn't have he has star power is dwindling, like I've been saying. So I'm glad De La Hoya cleared that up. Now we can start focusing on the real fights for Canelo. Like I said, Charlo, Andrade, David Benavidez, Caleb Plant, right? You got fights with maybe some people want to see Triple G3, Billy Joe Saunders. You got Artur Beterbiev, Dmitry Bivol been calling out Canelo. But you got to take this man you see on the screen off that list, because he already won fair and square, dominated, and dog walked Canelo. And then now De La Hoya saying it's not gonna happen ever, it's impossible. We all know Floyd ain't finna go to 168 again. Why would he go to 168 when he dog walked Canelo the first time? Why would he give a weight advantage to the younger, bigger fighter when he dog walked the fighter 12 rounds? You know, what part of the game is that? See, the Canelo man fans, and it's going to be so funny, they want to have their cake and eat it too. When Canelo A-sides Rocky Fielding and says he's at, you know, the A-side, people want him to have all the perks and all the, you know, A-side value and benefits and things like that, shot calling ability. So Mayweather's clearly the A side over Canelo, but then they're going to tell him to give in to Canelo's needs and demands and the bequest of Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Even though he beat him from pillar to post. So it's just funny how the double standards work. New media, you know, we putting in the most work. 2020 is going to be a great year. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Shout out to Floyd Mayweather. I can't wait to see what his next move is, and I'll keep you updated on the Canelo situation. But shout out to De La Hoya for clearing that up. We working, people. If you love what I'm doing, smash the like button as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego. Signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.